Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Breeze coming at you with a brand new NBA 2K21 video, and as you guys can see by the title, today guys we're going to be showing you the fastest way to get your player to 99 in MyCareer. Now, this method, guys, you're going to be able to get over 100,000 points per game, and it's extremely easy. So right before we get into it, guys, be sure to hit that like button if you have not already. Let's try to get 100 likes. I know we can do it. It really helps your boy out. I really want to try to get these videos pushed out as we're trying to get this channel back on track with the daily uploads. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below letting me know exactly what you guys want to see next. And also, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that sub button and hit that noti bell because we're pumping out daily content and you're not going to miss a thing. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do if you want to get 100k points per game and get 99 extremely fast is you just want to go to your settings and you're going to put your game difficulty on Hall of Fame difficulty and 12-minute quarters. Now, just to let you guys know, you could get 100k points per game on any build, centers, guards, doesn't matter. What really matters is what your Hall of Fame badges are. So for example, if you have shooting Hall of Fame, you're going to spam whatever gets you the most points for shooting. Playmaking, you're going to spam whatever gets you the most points for playmaking, and then defense and finishing and so on. So if you guys haven't already, be sure to go check out my video on the fastest way to get your shooting badges and my video on the fastest way to get your playmaking badges. I'll also be putting out videos on the fastest ways to get finishing and defending, and whatever you guys get Hall of Fame badges for, you're going to want to do the methods I show in those videos. Now, I will show you guys the best method that I personally use in this video to get 100k points. So without further ado, let's jump into the gameplay. All right, guys, so jumping right into the gameplay, the first thing you guys want to start doing on offense is running pick and rolls on either wing. And what I do is I click my left stick so that way my pick man is setting me a screen so I'm running towards the baseline. And the reason for this is because when you're running towards the middle of the court, the defense tends to play help defense more. Now, what I do is I run down towards the defending center, and usually I'll hold L2 or LT to post up. And what that'll do is it'll bring them up and I'll get an easy free oop. Now in defense, as you guys could see right there, I called a half court trap. Now you guys could call a half court trap a 3-2 zone, whatever you want to do to get the other team to shoot and take shots faster, and whatever is going to get you turnovers faster, because you guys are going to want to bait a lot of steals. You guys are going to want to get turnovers. You guys are going to want to get quick free buckets. Now, as you can see on the last possession, I accidentally threw a regular pass. You guys are going to want to avoid doing this. You want to mainly focus on only throwing alley-oops if you want to get 100,000 points every single game. Now, as you guys could see, we got the turnover right there and we got the easy bucket. That's why I recommend going with the half court trap over zone defense, is because the computer will tend to make more mistakes. And if they do score on you, it's going to be a 2 rather than a 3. Rarely will you give up 3s in the half court trap. If you run zone, the computer is mainly going to be running sets where they're going to get wide open 3s. And the reason why you don't want that is because then you're more prone to losing. You guys are going to want to make sure that you win these games. Winning is important. You get 6,200 points for winning on Hall of Fame. So make sure that you're winning these games. And then of course on offense, as you guys could see, I'm consistently running the same pick and roll every single time on the wing. I'm coming down, I'm baiting that center to come up, and then I'm throwing the lob. So make sure you guys are throwing alley-oops consistently. And then the other part to this method is in fact what we've been doing this whole time, which is pick and rolls. Pick and rolls give you a lot of points towards your overall score, and you want to make sure that if possible you are always getting an alley-oop assist off a pick and roll. Now keep in mind, guys, anytime you see me in a pick and roll in this game where I don't throw an oop, the only reason is because my triangle is kind of messed up, so I don't always get an alley-oop when I want to. That's why 2K, if you're listening, you should give us back the dedicated combo from way back in the day, L2 plus circle to throw lobs, because this double tap triangle stuff to this day still is not it. Nobody uses triangle, just a single press, to throw lob passes. Nobody does it. All right, like we're all throwing oops with triangle. The only time we're ever using triangle is when we're double tapping it. So just either switch triangle to a single tap alley-oop or just give us back the dedicated combo L2 plus circle. But anyways, guys, back into the method. You guys can see, as long as the double tap triangle works, which most of the time it does, I'm getting alley-oops, I'm throwing alley-oops. So the only time you won't see me throw an alley-oop is when it's usually my controller messing up or 2K just deciding to not throw a lob. But At the end of the day, you always want to throw lobs because every single alley-oop on Hall of Fame is worth 575 points. So the reason why you guys saw at the beginning of this video when I got 97,000, I actually would have had over 100,000 easily, but multiple of what would have been lobs in this game ended up being regular passes. And I ended up just being 2 lobs shy of getting that 100,000 points. So of course, make sure you guys are running as many pick and rolls as possible throughout the whole game, but also make sure you're throwing as many lobs as possible. You guys could get well over 100,000 if you're playing enough minutes and doing this method right. Literally, I was just a couple thousand points shy of easily hitting 100,000, and I could have gotten more if I was playing a worse team, if I wasn't in the playoffs, if my triangle was working properly. If you guys are playing a bum team, you could easily get upwards of 110 to 120,000 points very easily. I would say to consistently get 100,000 points, you're going to need between 50 and 55 lobs, and then you're going to need about as many pick and roll assists as you can get. I'd say around at least 40 pick and roll assists. So make sure at least 40 of your assists are from pick and rolls. Of course, the more fast breaks that you get on, the more turnovers you cause, the less pick and rolls you're going to run. So just make sure that when you are on the fast break, you're converting those into alley-oop assists and not regular assists, because it is extremely important that when you're on the break, you get lobs to make up for the fact that you will not be running a pick and roll. But of course, whenever you're on the break, take advantage of it, throw lobs, and get the most out of your turnover that you just created. Now, when it comes to turnovers, don't worry about throwing turnovers, guys. You're gonna notice at the end of this video, I think I had like 14 or 15 turnovers. You're on Hall of Fame. It's just gonna happen. You're gonna throw a lot of turnovers. The computer isn't always gonna run a perfect route. Sometimes the defense will try different tactics here and there that'll mess up the pick and roll. Sometimes you'll run the pick and roll and your center, for whatever reason, just forgets that he's supposed to roll, and he'll just stop at the free throw line for absolutely no reason. But for the most part, he will do whatever it takes to get all the way down to the rim, and then you'll be able to just get an easy lob. Like, you'll notice sometimes I'll be just sitting there in the post on the block for a second or two waiting for my roll man to get down to the paint so I can throw that lob. So for the most part, you're always going to be able to do this. Another big thing, guys, is just make sure that you're on a team where you at least have 1 or 2 guys where you can consistently throw these pick and roll lobs to. So on the Knicks, I have Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Taj Gibson. Like, all 3 of these guys are pretty good for lobs. Obviously, Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson are elite for lobs, but just make sure that you're on a team where you can throw lobs. You know, obviously, if you're on the Rockets, you're not gonna be able to throw 50 lobs a game, and if you are, it's gonna be a lot harder than if you were on a team like the Knicks, the Lakers, you know, the Nets, any team like this where you have athletic bigs that you can throw lobs to consistently. This is what you really want to look for. You want to look for teams like this where the big man that you're going to be running pick and rolls with can consistently catch these lobs and finish them too, because as you saw right there, Julius Randle, he didn't dunk it, he laid it in. So you want to make sure that in the rare cases where they don't dunk the ball on the oop, that they'll at least make the lay-in. Because I can tell you right now, like, when my bench is in, like Taj Gibson, he's nothing special. I don't even know how that guy's still in the league, and he misses dunks quite a bit. Like, on this team, the Knicks are not the best team by any means to be on, I would say, because on this team, I'd say Taj Gibson misses at least 4 or 5 alley-oop dunks a game for me. So if there is a team in the NBA where you have bench bigs that can catch lobs and finish them consistently and starting bigs, that would be the best team. But the Knicks are definitely up there as one of the better teams for this method. So make sure that you are on a team where you can throw those lobs consistently to bigs. Now, I know a lot of you may be wondering, okay, well, what if I'm not a point guard? Can I still run this method? Yes, you can run this method, but it may just not be with lobs. So just look at what your Hall of Fame badges are. Whatever ability you get Hall of Fame badges for, that is what you want to spam. So let's say that you're just a pure slasher. You're going to want to only spam finishing methods because that will get you the most my points. Let's say you're on, like, I don't know, a finishing and shooting build. This method, you could do this, but it would not be as effective because you don't have Hall of Fame playmaking. So throwing all these lobs won't get you as much points because it's not your bread and butter. Your bread and butter is whatever your Hall of Fames are. That's what the game is going to reward you for points wise. So if you're a shooter, you get Hall of Fame shooting, spam shooting. If you're a duel, just spam one of the two. So for example, on this build, I'm shooting and I'm playmaking. So I could do a shooting method to get this amount of points, or I could do this method to get this amount of points. But you want to do whatever gets you the most amount of points for your Hall of Fame badges. And that is how you'll get 100K points consistently. So be on the lookout for my channel, guys. I already have methods out for playmaking. This method right here that you're seeing has already been on my channel for how to get playmaking badges extremely fast. However, we did that on pro difficulty just so that way you'd have a more chill experience, you know, grinding this method, because when you're on Hall of Fame, it is going to be a little more mentally taxing. You will have to lock in a little more. You will have to sweat. But on pro, you can just sit back, chill, and doing this method, you can still get 2 badge upgrades a game towards your playmaking. But be on the lookout, because I am going to be putting out the fastest ways to get your defensive badges and the fastest ways to get your finishing badges very soon for all you locks and slashers out there. And of course, for bigs, it's literally the same exact concept. Whatever your Hall of Fames are for, just spam those methods for your Hall of Fame. So, you know, if you're finishing, spam finishing. If you're defending, spam defending. You know, whatever the case is, just spam those and you will get 100K points a game very fast, as long as you're doing whatever gets you the most points within that category. So you guys can easily get, with this method, 99 in one day if you really just grinded this method over and over again. Of course, for most people, that's not going to be realistic. You're not going to actually get 99 in one day, because a lot of you probably don't have 24 hours to just sit there and grind Hall of Fame games in MyCareer. But however, if you were to actually sit there and grind this method for 24 hours, maybe even less, it probably would take less, to be honest. It would just, you would have to be extremely efficient. But as long as you grinded this method for 24 hours straight, you could easily get from 85 to 99 within 24 hours, because the biggest and most important thing when you get to 95 is that you activate takeover at least once during the game to get that 99.9, and that you win and you have an A+. And then you'll get that 99.9 in MyCareer, and you'll be able to get to 99 overall very quick. But with that all being said, guys, that's pretty much the method. Just make sure, once again, you're running as many pick and rolls as possible, and off those pick and rolls, you're throwing as many lobs as possible, and you're running the half court trap, and you're getting as many steals and stops as possible. But once again, turnovers don't really matter at all. So if you throw, like, you know, a few back-to-back turnovers, don't get discouraged. Just make sure that, you know, you're getting better and better every single time down, so that way you can get this method down extremely fast. And don't forget, guys, if you found this video helpful, be sure to smash that like button for your boy, because we are out here grinding daily content for y'all. We're trying to output the most videos we've ever put out on this channel ever, because we're trying to get back on track. If you guys don't know me, I used to grind YouTube consistently over 3 years ago. For many years, I used to post videos like this consistently every single year when 2K dropped, but I was never really all in. I never really took the entire year to just grind as hard as I could. And now more than ever, I need to build this channel back up. I need to restart. I'm trying to get this channel bigger than it ever was, but of course I need your guys' help to do that. So make sure down below to leave a comment. Let me know exactly what you want to see next. Let me know, because if you guys want it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put it out. And also be sure, if you have not already, guys, hit that sub button, hit that noti bell, because you are not gonna want to miss a thing. The best is yet to come. I have an entire year's worth of content planned for current and next gen. It's gonna be an insane year, guys. I'm extremely excited, and I'm ready to just keep grinding for y'all. So I'm excited for the year ahead, and I'm also excited for you guys to see what I have planned, because I've been ready and I've been waiting and I've been wanting to get back to doing this every single year. But now I feel like it's finally the right time to be getting back into this and to be putting my all into it every single day. So as you guys can see, we're getting down towards the end of the game. We had to actually clutch up against the computer because I wanted to get that extra 6,200. You want to make sure that you win these games, because 6,200 is a lot. And as you guys can see, we do come away with the win, of course. And your guys are going to see the breakdown right here for all the points. So we got 97,000. Should have easily been over 100,000, but unfortunately our triangle messed up multiple times throughout that game. Unfortunately, 2K makes you have to double tap a button to throw a lob when the single tap nobody uses anyways. And as you guys can see, we got 28,900 for alley-oop assists and 14,190 for 43 pick and roll assists. So as you guys can see, you know, if I had 50 pick and roll assists and 50 alley-oop assists, I would have had it, but I was just 2 alley-oop assists shy from getting it because it's 578 per alley-oop assist. But as you guys could also see, I got the 6,200 for opponent strength, the A+, and for winning the game. So that's 6,200 times 3 right there. So that's about 18,000. And then I got 27,000 just for playing on Hall of Fame. So that was the Hall of Fame bonus. So Hall of Fame is extremely important for doing this. But of course, if you don't want to sweat your butt off, you could just do the regular pro difficulty and you could still be getting around 50 to 60,000 points every single game, maybe even 70,000. It really just all depends. So you don't have to do Hall of Fame if you want to just chill and get a ton of points. But if you guys want to get 100,000 points, which will add up very quickly over every single game, then definitely do Hall of Fame. So with that all being said, guys, this has been your boy Breeze. I'm signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out. It's really gonna help keep me motivated to keep pushing out this daily content because it helps push out the video. Be sure, if you haven't already, to leave a comment down below, and also subscribe to the channel and turn on the noties so that way you guys do not miss a thing. But once again, guys, this has been your boy Breeze. I'm signing out. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.